Jose with Oakland Latinos United, aka Oakland Latinos Unidos, out here in Modesto, kicking back with my homie Masacal. We're gonna do a Barrio tour, and he's gonna narrate it for the most part, because I don't know my way around here. Looks like we're at Cesar Chavez Park.
4th Street Park, aka Norteño Park. So if you look around, there used to be a swimming pool, and only the old school people know. There was a community park there. A lot of the homeless and the J-Cats, the transients, and the punk rock people have taken over. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, this was a Maddox Center where people could box and play pool. A lot of stabbings, a lot of shootings. Now, if you look at the center, it is a youth center that you can be in the youth in the area and get your ID and support the community. It's off of Sierra and Sunset.
So what part of Modesto is this?
This is 4th Street Park. Some people say it's part of West Side Modesto, not deep West Modesto, but this is called Westy, the West, West Mo, WSM, West Motown. It has a lot of names, but as you can see for yourself, they're very beautiful homes. You got some lowriders, you got some people in the area. A lot of people have lost their lives here to gang banging. A lot of elderly European American people that didn't sell out, had their homes broken into, got murdered here. There's a lot of African American people, Chicanos, some Native American people, some Okies or poor white European American people. But this was once a thriving park and once a thriving neighborhood. But through urban decay, urban renewal, drugs, poverty, gangs, racism, this is what's left. It's gutted out. And I spent a lot of childhood here because my family used to live across the street. My uncle and my aunt used to live across the street right there. And so this brings back a lot of memories. A lot of memories. They didn't own the establishments. They would rent the houses directly across the street. And we're talking back early 90s, 92, 93, 94 time frame.
Yeah.
But Westside Modesto is a very important place to me because my family came here from Texas and they went to school out here and they lived out here, and eventually they moved out of Westside Modesto.
So it's kind of like East Oakland for me.
Yeah, like East Oakland to you, or like any other place that you've been to that you reminisce about,
Like Vallejo,
yeah. Richmond area where you spend a lot of your youth, both good and bad. You have Johnny's Market where you ain't gonna find not a damn sandwich. You're gonna find bologna and cheese. You're gonna find a lot of people catting off.
J-Cats right there in the front.
Yeah, just catting it off, bro. Just J-catting it.
Gang graffiti.
Yeah, churches, bikers, AA meetings, you know. This is Modesto High School, home of the Panthers. Their colors were black and red. My family went here in the 80s. I believe their colors are now black and burgundy.
So that's Modesto High School?
Modesto High School, yeah.
That's what I live.
Down this street, you got Jefferson, which is known as Barrio, dead presidents and dead trees. Jefferson, Oak, a lot of Southsiders and Norteños have gotten killed there.
Barrio Dead End?
Yeah, fucking dead end, bang, bang. And then here, you have the heart of Westside Modesto.
So this is Westside Modesto?
This is the beginning of Westside Modesto. I'm going to take you to...
Because I always hear about Westside Modesto, but I never... I don't know Modesto, bro.
Right.
Out of all the valley towns, this is the one I don't really know, bro.
Once you hit Sutter and Tuolumne, and you follow down Sutter, you hit Robinson Road, you're in deep Westside Modesto. Pioneer Chicken is right on the other side of that McDonald's, or it's Popeyes.
I remember Pioneers. They used to have those in Oakland when I was a little kid.
Yeah. So Paradise, and we'll button hook around it. Paradise, on the opposite side, had the Sunkist apartments where the Cambodians, Laotian, Hmongs, Min, Thai people used to live there and bang in the 80s. So there's been a lot of death and destruction here. A lot of gangs, prisons, bikers, all that. So now you're coming up Sutter. You're going to pass Easy Rock. There used to be an old school bar there, shopping plaza. You're going to start hitting into the hood.
What's this park?
This park, you know what? I can't remember right off the top of my head. But this is another park at Westside Modesto. Robert Grattan grew up around here further down.
Oh, that's the dude from the Nuestra Familia book.
Nuestra Familia book. You have Marshall Mustangs.
Yeah, I went to a school called Marshall.
He went to the school on the opposite side called Mark Twain where my cousins went, which I'm going to show you. But this is deep west side Modesto. This is the west.
The West Mo?
West Mo, Motown. And you have a lot of Arabic stores. You have some Mexican people selling food. You have a lot of Southeast Asian refugees.
There's a Mexican place right there.
Yeah, owned by a Middle Eastern person.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that in Oakland too.
With the Mexican flag up there.
Yeah.
You'll have signs where people in the delis and the gas stations will say, "We take EBT. We accept EBT." You have a lot of black people and Northerners go at it here at this gas station. Then we're going to Afghanistan right now. Once you hit the Sutter Village, and you guys can check the stats online. Sutter Village is right here. Sutter Village Apartments.
Okay.
This is probably the highest homicide rate here in Modesto, around this area. Sutter Village Apartments. I almost had an issue here a couple years ago. There's some other apartments right here that some Navy vet owns right here.
There's some homeless dogs over there.
There's some stray dogs.
Hey, get out of the way, dumb munts.
And stray animals and poverty. This is Pelton Block, P Block.
Yeah.
Barrio Pelton. So if you go on Pelton Block, it's right next to what is called a man camp or labor camp, which are shortened down to camp. This is the Section 8 housing for people who are Section 8 or agricultural workers, farm workers in the San Joaquin Valley, in the Central Valley. So a lot of the homes are ranch-style homes. They're long houses, and they're manicured lawns, fences, dogs. But you still have the aspect of they're segregated from the downtown area.
There's a J-Cat right here. You see him?
you got gang graffiti right there. SK Scrap Killer.
J-Cat right there.
So this is our Section 8 housing that you're going to find in any valley. The government runs this. Usually, half of it is open up seasonal.
Yeah.
A lot of Mexican nationals are going to work, and it's barracks style military government housing.
Yeah, we got some of those in the Bay Area too.
But it's not going to have a majority black population.
Yeah.
It's going to have a majority Mexican national population, or it's going to have some Chicanos.
Yeah, it is rare to see in the Bay Area projects that are
the houses that are similar to this would be the houses where the ship workers, military workers worked in Richmond.
And in Oakland.
The housing would be similar to the houses that the military lived in Vallejo, so on and so forth. I would say San Francisco, but a lot of those houses are pretty much African American. So this is Mark Twain Elementary, and Mark Twain, my cousins went here, but also I believe in the book Rise and Fall of the NF. Robert Grattan, he claimed to have gone to this school here.
So this is Robert Grattan's hood?
Robert Grattan's hood, no, part of it.
Okay.
So this is the market right here. This is 4 Points in Bedrock. So they used to have the Flintstones mural there. They changed it to a jungle, but this is the urban jungle. This is Barrio Bedrock, if I'm not mistaken. After the Section 8 housing, you have Bedrock. Bedrock is like the Flintstones.
Where's Barney at?
You're gonna have Bam Bam motherfuckers with AKs, guns, housing authority right here.
Stanislaus County.
Once you hit this part over here, off of this is Robertson Road, you're gonna come to the barrio right here. Right here. This is fucking
Marseilles?
Bedrock. BRN.
Careful.
This is your straight up hood right here. This is where a lot of the Crips, a lot of the Bloods used to live at.
So are they abandoned now?
No, they're still active. The way to get in is I'm gonna see if we can get in through here. Yeah. They have a front entrance and a back entrance. So this is your Section 8 housing out here. And this is where a lot of Crips, a lot of Bloods used to live out when I was a youngster.
Yeah.
I personally never lived here. I did try to apply to live here when I was transitioning during my military service. But it's very strenuous. You have to have a family. You have to have paperwork to get accepted here. And it's very hard. Since the 80s and the 90s, since they've taken a lot of refugees from the Vietnam War, you have a lot of people don't remember the secret war with the Allies, which was the Cambodians, the Ming, the Hmong. the Thai helped out, and so a lot of these people got a free ride here, and they came out here when the NF and the MA and the Fresno Bulldogs, everybody was establishing themselves. So not only did you have people coming from Mexico and Central America, but you had people coming in from Southeast Asia into a country. They don't know the language, they don't know the customs, they don't know the food, and they had to learn real quick about lowriding, breakdancing, gang banging, being a gang member, and holding down your own people.
Yeah.
You're in a very predatory environment where you're in the belly of the beast. That means if you don't know how to fight, if you don't know how to fucking handle yourself, you'll get punked out. People will take advantage of you. People will rob you. Now this is West Side Modesto.
Yeah. So these are what, like projects?
Yeah, this is a project area. Got some northerners, you know.
Yeah, I don't want to film. I don't want to film people hanging out, bro. That's not what I do.
And you know, you got a lot of raza that comes out here. You know. You know, this is a very crowded environment.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, you know, people out here, you know, just put your phone down, bro. You know, out here, people are, you know, on edge. You know, it's very poverty stricken. People have very little to look forward to, but you got to mind somebody. If you don't mind, you know, your parents, you're going to mind somebody in the pen, out in the streets. You know, the sheriffs, the PD. You'll get schooled up real quick out here. You know, you'll have to learn how to thrive on negativity and figure out a way to survive. It ain't easy out here. You know, sometimes the people that have it the worst can either dig themselves in a deeper hole or can either find a way out. But the choice is yours.
So you found your way out, right? By going to college.
My family found their way out. If it wasn't for my family pulling us out of this neighborhood, you know, I believe Robert Granton grew up around these houses. If it's not this street, it's the next one. He grew up somewhere around one of these houses, areas around here. I think it was either Leon Street but he grew up somewhere around here. You guys notice a lot of the sidewalks are non-existent.
There's dirt.
It's dirt, and when it gets rainy, it gets really muddy.
Muddy, yeah.
It gets muddy. There's a lot of stray animals, so there's a lot of dog droppings. It's isolated.
Are there rats out here? Do they have rat problems?
They have rats, rodents, roaches. Stray animals have a lot of lice, ticks, fleas.
Yeah, we have a lot of rats in the Bay Area, unfortunately.
Yeah, you know, Colorado Street too. It's another neighborhood out here.
They're like stray dog.
But you get the gist of it. Just because you're poor and angry or mad at the world doesn't mean that you have to have other people feel your pain.
Yeah.
You know?
What does it mean you have to be stuck in the hood all your life?
Yeah, look at this part. Look at that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So this is West Side Modesto. For those that don't know, West Side Modesto is a very place where the poor live. I'm gonna take you guys to deep South Side Modesto.
That'll be the next video.
The next video where the brother Mike Serva, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
The cop locking cholo.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of destruction. As you guys can see, it's a human dumping ground of many people, but it's what you make out of it. It's either you can pull yourself up or you get stuck in the quicksand. So my family came out here in the 70s, 80s, the 90s. They started pulling themselves out, and you can see for sale signs all over the place. You know,
a lot of people from the Bay Area moving up here, right?
A lot of San Jose people, Oakland people been coming out here since 84, 85. There's Pelton Block, Barrio Pelton, P Block, another street that was crazy. I knew some people out here that were in a party crew back in the days. I'm gonna leave their names out. so they don't incriminate themselves. But I don't incriminate myself. But
Neither
yeah,
do I.
you know, this is an environment where you have contradictions. So for those that grow up out here, there's hope.
Fuck the police.
And you could, you know,
Tag right there.
yeah, another brother right there. You know, you got to find a way out.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
All right,
Peace.
all right, y'all. This is Jose with Oakland Latinos United out here in Westside Modesto, Mazatlán, narrating his barrio. So we're gonna have another video of the south side of Modesto. So we'll be back with another. Hopefully you like this one. Late.